Good morning, Veritas All-Stars. Here's our All-Star Challenge problem from your Google Classroom assignment, number 4. Today's Charlie's birthday, May 29th, 2020. Let's have a great day today, all right? Here we go. Let's try this one. This one's tricky. It says, a box is in the shape of a right rectangular prism. That just means there are right angles on all the corners, so it's like standing straight up. And it's a rectangular prism. The base of the box has an area of 15 square inches, and the height of the box is 12 inches. What's the volume? So we're finding volume in cubic inches. So I'm going to start by putting inches cubed, right? Inches times inches times inches. Volume is in cubic inches because there's 3 dimensions in a 3-dimensional shape like this. What's the volume in cubic inches of the box? So since we need our answer in cubic inches, I'm going to put that there to start. But we're finding volume, which is length times width times height. So you find volume of something that you can put cubes into. That's why we're calling them cubic inches. So what a cubic inch really is 1 inch by 1 inch. So it's like 1 inch wide, and it's 1 inch high. And then to make it, so that would be area, would be square inches. An inch times an inch looks like a square, right? It is a square inch, an inch by an inch. We're talking cubic inches, so we actually need a 3rd dimension. We need this to be a 3D box. And that way, right, it's 1 inch this way, it's 1 inch that way, and it's also 1 inch this way, right? Think of it as a cube. Like an ice cube. This is what I showed Jacob yesterday when he had a question about it, right? They call it a cube because it's like a cube. Quiet, Charlie. It's like a cube. It's 3D, right? So a cubic inch, I know this isn't all the same size, right? It's a little skinnier, but if this was a perfect cube, it would be 1 inch by 1 inch by 1 inch, and it's a 3D cube. So when you have cubic inches, think about like an ice cube. It is a cube. So to find out what's the volume of this, we're finding how many cubes can we fit into this box. If each cube was an inch by an inch by an inch wide, an inch high, and an inch long, how many cubes can we fit into this box? That's what volume is. Okay, area is just 2 dimensions. So if you had only 2 dimensions like this, right, 1 inch by 1 inch, you can't fit any cubes in there, right? It's just flat on paper. There is no width. It can't hold cubes. It can only hold square inches, right? So area is in square inches. You would just measure how many squares, if they're all an inch by an inch, will fit in it. But this is volume. It's how many cubes will fit into this box, all right? So hopefully that helped you. All right, so we're finding volume. We're finding 3D, cubic inches. Inch times an inch times an inch. A cube that has an inch in each direction. Okay, so what's tricky about this problem is it already gave us the area. The base would be the bottom, right? So this here would be the base. Whoops, sorry. Okay, so it already gave us the area of that base. That means they already did the width times the length was 15 square inches. Okay, so if you were to draw like a bunch of squares here, there are 15 that would fit in the bottom. So that means the width must be 3 and the length must be 5, or the opposite. One of them, this one could be 5 and that could be 3, because the area they already found was width times the length. So they already did, what's 3 times 5? They already found that this is 15. So that's how we know this has to be 3 and 5, because 3 times 5 is 15, right? So that doesn't matter as much. What matters is I'm trying to show you that they've already done 2 of these dimensions. They've already found that this times this is 15. So that's the bottom, is 15 square inches. So you could fit, right? If I drew 3 this way and 5 this way, there would be, that's an inch by an inch, there'd be 15 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 that would fit in there. All right, so we already have that. We know the bottom has an area. We already did. 2 of these dimensions are 15. So now to find volume, we already did 2 of these dimensions is 15. Now we just have to multiply it times the height. because we already have square inches. That's inches times inches. We've already got 2 of them done. So now you just have to multiply it by the height, which is 12 inches. So we're going to do, to find the volume, we got to do 15, which they already gave us as the length times the width, right? They already gave us that, times the height, which is 12. So 15 times 12, since this 15 already has 2 dimensions, right? Inches squared times inches, then we're going to have inches times 1 more inch would be inches cubed. So 15 times 12 is going to give us our answer. So let me flip it over. We'll do 15 times 12. Or let me show you a little bit of a faster way to do it. So 15 times 12 is the same as 15 times 10 plus 15 times 2. So 15 times 10 is easy to do in our head. It's 150. If you had 15 tens, there's the tens place and there's the ones place. 15 tens is really 150. Plus 15 times 2 is 30. So when we add those together, it's going to be 180. See what I did? I just did 15 times 10 is 150. Plus 15 times 2 is 30. Add them together, you got 180. But we'll do it this way too. 2 times 5 is 10. Carry the 1. 2 times 1 is 2. Plus 1 is 3. So we have 30. Kind of like that. All we did was 15 times 2. That's what we kind of did here to get 15 times 2 is 30. Then we put our 1, hold our ones place with the smiley face. 1 times 5 is 50, because that's really 10 times 5, which is 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. See how we got it in the right place value now? Then 1 times 1 is 1, right? Or 10 times 10 is 100. Then we add them up, just like we had here. 150 plus 30 is 180, and it's cubic inches because we already did length times width to get here, and then times height will be the third inch. Inches times inches times inches are inches cubed. Inches times inches times inches. Inches times itself 3 times. And the answer is 180 cubic inches. That was tough. Give yourself some snaps. Nice work. Where are you, Charlie? We want to say happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, boy. Okay, hope everybody has a great day. See ya.